Hello, my crafty friends. It's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. And yes, I'm back. I've been really busy in the garden and yes, and tidying up and general stuff that you do when springtime's around. But I've decided now to destash because I do have still a lot of journals that I made for the markets where I have not made, I don't believe, had made any videos. So you'll see these for the first time. And yes, so I'm going to be selling 2 packs, getting close to Christmas. So I'm going to launch Christmas 2-pack journals. And I'm going to have a shabby chic version, and then I'm going to have a retro version. I also have smaller notebook journals for your handbags, and they're going to come in packs of 2s as well. And they're going to be all on a special price because I've had them for quite a while and I really want to move them and also allow someone else to enjoy them. And I think that's the whole idea at the end of the day. So I'm going to walk you through to these quite quickly. This beautiful one is one of my favourites. It's made from bar cloth, which came from the UK, and Ruby from Little Books sent this to me, so thank you very much, Ruby. And a beautiful little flower. No, I did not make this one. I do believe this came from Siobhan from Pearl and Button. I'm going to leave anyone that I've mentioned in the link in the description box just below. And when you go down and click on it and you don't see it, it's probably because it's going to take me a while to copy paste and all that because I'm doing it on my phone. So yes, so they're small journals. There's not too much in and about with them. I've made them so that they're more user friendly for those that have never journaled before, but I do believe they'll make really great little gifts, and that's why I thought I'd sell them in packs of 2s. Yeah, so let's go and venture in this one. This one has a sari silk tie which is attached, and this is the back, and I've popped on a handkerchief and some various lace trims, and this was a handkerchief and this was a bit of lace trim, and then I've just made this little blue little rosette flower and put some of these little flowers, stamens I think you call it, and then popped on this beautiful flower made by Siobhan, and it is has a 3-stitch pamphlet stitch, and it shows outside because I was pretty straight there, so I thought, oh, I'll show it off. And these have book corners stitched right around, and it's like a nice squashy sort of cover. Okay, it measures 8.5 inches, which equates to 21.5 centimeters, and the width is just under 6 inches, which equates to about 15 centimeters. So it's a good sized journal. I've put in a little bit of bling. This come off a necklace and just popped it on a piece of bulb pin. So let's venture inside. So these have got various papers in them. I've covered the inside with some cardstock, and because it's the fabric is actually on some cardstock, and I've popped on some beautiful curtain fabric on here. Made a little corner tuck. I've made a nice big tag. This was a napkin, and I decoupaged it on a book page and just popped in a little bit of applique in a nice little cloth vintage button, that one. And yeah, so here I used some little stick-ons, very sheer curtain fabric. This was this paper? Yes, this was just some paper stock, and I've attached a blue paper on that as well. Made another journaling card. Okay, this was out of a magazine, and I thought, oh, I'll just make it into a journaling card, and backed it onto some coffee dough paper, and made, instead of cutting, I'll just go out, instead of cutting off the bottom, I flipped it up to make a tuck spot. Little bird cage, a little bit of paper cluster there, a pretty little braid. Used just scraps of papers that I had. Here again, I decoupaged a piece of napkin on here, some more of those little pink stick-ons. Beautiful lace here. Just normal pink paper. Decoupage some fabric napkin on there. And use these little cutouts that I had that was in my box of paper offcuts. Unbelievable how much you collect. Paper doily, heart-shaped, and little embellishment, little puffy little butterfly. Here I've made a flip, and I've popped in an envelope just in there. And this is drawer lining paper, and it just sort of flips out like that, so you've got extra space to journal on. And the same with this one. So perfect. Here I've used a blue one. And these are like little stick-on things from, I had a sheet of all these stickers on it, and I thought I'd use them up on here. This is a piece of paper that I attached, I think this is bookkeeping paper, and just attached it with a safety pin. Piece of vellum, I stitched some pretty lace on that. Here I've made a pocket, and inside is a little booklet about flowers, and it came out of a magazine. Yes, it must have, because I popped some washi tape on the bottom. And just finished off with some lace. So plenty of room to journal on. So if you're a journaler, plenty of room. Here I've popped on an envelope, okay, with some writing paper, a little journaling card just tucks in there. Enjoy the moment. Your life is now. So true, isn't it? So true. Oops, other way around. And because I had this little piece of sari silk left, I don't own any. So this was quite a little bit of a treasure. So I've used it all up in this journal. It's the other side of the doily. A journaling card. Here I've made a collage and various papers, lace, book page, tulle, embroidery thread, tissue paper, music paper, paper stock, bit of packing paper. Anything else I missed? No, and just put on a bit of scrappy. And check out this cute button. I couldn't help myself, I just had to put that on. So it's glued and stitched on, okay, and backed on coffee dyed paper. And there I've just made a little tuck spot, and that paper clip just holds it in place as well. You are a gem. Actually, I might just put some gems on there. Okay. Another little puffy little heart. Here I sewed a little corner tuck here. This is really pretty. Change always comes bearing gifts. Take time to laugh, for it is the music of the soul. Oh, I love that saying. Absolutely love it. It just goes back in there. I know it goes in there because it came out. There you go. Little butterfly, bit of glue thread. And I've actually hot glued this on because I like to see it sort of flap around there. Okay, because I used one of my cloth butterflies. So this is a really nice, bright, delightful journal. A bit more lace. Little tuck spot again, I flipped the page over. Little journaling card, and I put some of those diamond dots on there to highlight the vase. And this one here, I've just attached some paper on there. And this is a little clock. Okay, how cute is that? And I stitched around it. And then the other piece of curtain. And of course here, this is a like a little bag, Bunbury bag for weddings or engagements. And I coloured it pink because it was white. And I've popped in a little paper bag. And just a little flower just there. Okay, just needed something there. So yeah, so that's that's one of them. Like I said, these will be sold together. They'll come in a pack. And this is a really nice one. This is a little bit flatter. I'll mention how many pages there are in here on my Etsy store. And this one I think it's about the same size. Yes, it is. So, but I'll leave the dimensions in the Etsy store as well. So it's about the same size. And made this nice little flower here, popped on a flat back pearl, little bowl pin. This is a piece of organza ribbon. Again, this is a real pretty little glitter mesh that I used here. And I've done a different stitch. It was a pamphlet stitch, but it was a different stitch that I've seen on YouTube. I done these a long time ago, so. Inside is some draw lining paper. Again, this journal is nice and squishy. It's quite, you know, really cool. Draw lining paper and some pretty lace. And here I had some really cool paper. I found in the op shop. It was like a big stationery set. And I just really like this, and I just edged it with some pretty little trim I had. Here's some a diary page, some paper stock that I've got, or had, I should say. I don't have any of that left, and that's come undone. I'll be gluing that with glitter glue now that I have glitter glue. There you go. So that'll get, I'll have to check all those. Well, there you go. Okay, so I've got my glitter glue now, so I'll be able to fix it up in no time. Couple of journaling cards, a blank on this side, and this got all these little tiny little, you can actually cut these out if you wish and pop them through the book, really. 1, 2, 3. And this is just a piece of scrap paper, a little tuck, journaling card. Made this a little tuck and a flip. Here I've used one of those lovely little bags. I can't remember who gifted these, and they've got some goodies. It's got one of those fancy little pockets on here. Okay, and this is was gifted to me. This is actually printed on some fabric and backed onto paper, so you can use that wherever you like. And I don't like cutting papers down. I'd rather make them as flip outs, so you get to use the whole lot of it. Now, I'm sure this was still, I can't remember who gifted me this paper, and I just put a stamp on it. So lots of journaling space. Here I've made a little tuck spot. This was out of a magazine, and I've sort of, you know, fussy cut out of it and put some raggedy cotton cloth on there. And I've got this little tag here, and that just pops in there. Little doily. This one here is a flip down. This is a piece of the end of a cutlery bag. And it's just got a couple of little tags in there to journal on. What I've done is I've strengthened the top of the page, popped an eyelet in, and there's a little dangle with a little heart just there. I'll just see if I can get that closer. Are we doing closer? Are we doing closer? Maybe if I, there we go. Doesn't that look pretty? Yeah, I really like that. Came off a necklace, of course. Pop that back up. Just a little flip up just here. That's the other side of the doily. It's a heart-shaped doily. Here I've made a corner tuck, again, out of some paper that I had. This is of a magazine. I've made into a little notebook. Just goes in there. It's just a little flip. I had this piece of paper for so long, and I thought I'm going to use you. But like I said, I've made this quite a while ago, these ones. Bit of a piece of curtain. And I've just popped in a journaling card. Captured, happy. And it's come out of it's a writing pad. Just goes in there. hope everyone's well. My thoughts are with all the USA crafters. Oh, what they're going through at the moment with those fires, horrific. Here I've got an envelope with a little scrappy piece of paper and a little flower just in there. You can pop that wherever you like in the journal. Should go back in there somewhere. Okay, and then just a note paper and some journaling cards. There's some little goodies in there. And this is just a little cluster. I had a little piece of paper left and just popped on my little applique there. On the back is the final page. I've made another pocket. And here I've made a little booklet because I still had some paper left over, napkin left over from when I made the cover, so I used it and just made a little booklet here. And that just goes in here. No, goes in here. Okay, and that's it. So the cover itself, and did I? Oh yes, and it's got a pocket in the middle. I thought so. I wondered where the middle was. So this is it here, and this is a really fine glitter mesh. Just strengthens the spine. Not that you need to, because it's a very soft, light journal, and it's got beautiful little vintage little lace trim right around it. So yeah, so this is about the same size as the other one, but I'll have those details in the description in my Etsy store. Oh no, can't use that. I've got to fix this up. Okay, so yeah, so those two will be going in, and they'll be called the Shabby Chic pack, and that'll be with 2 journals. All right, I hope you enjoyed the tour of this, and I've got another lot to go now. I've got quite a few videos to make because I'm really doing a really de-stash, and they're all at good prices as well. Why? It's getting close to Christmas, and the other why is because I've had them for so long, I'd rather see someone else use them. Until next time, you know what you've got to do. Happy crafting. Bye for now.